I'm sorry for the lighting. Sometimes I don't know why the picture does this weird blurry thing. But anyways, that's not what the video's about. That's not what the video's about. It's about God reminding me that there could be a person out there that's been following me for a while and is not my enemy. You know what I'm saying? They're just, you know what I'm saying? Because God knows I make videos as if it's just my enemies watching and I'm just messing with them. You know what I'm saying? But God reminded me, maybe there's someone out there that is following me for real. You know what I'm saying? I determined I had no followers like a long time ago, so as far as, you know. But God reminded me maybe I do. Maybe I do have one follower, you know, out there that doesn't want to take me out, following. Not that kind of following, you know what I'm saying? Not the stalking, you know, I've dealt with that. You know, certain groups I won't name. But actually, like, you know, so God reminded me I should think about that, you know, keep that in mind. Not all is lost, you know what I'm saying? And what I thought about was like, this is not a joke, I thought about this today. What if a younger version of me is out there? You know what I mean? No matter what age, you know what I mean? Yeah, that's what this is about. What if a younger version of me is out there being abused to the ground? You know what I'm saying? Or, you know what I mean? And he doesn't see any hope, you know what I mean? And he's like, I don't know. Because I know what that's like, you know. To be locked up, to be beaten down, cornered, feel like there's no hope, you know. We keep going. We keep going, you know what I'm saying? No matter what. We keep going, you know. Yes, I don't know. I'm not fully the best follower of Jesus. I admit that. But we keep going anyways, you know what I mean? What else can we do besides keep going, you know? But God reminded me of that, and I thought I had to make a video about that. What if there's a person out there that's been following me that isn't my enemy? You know what I'm saying? Because some people, you know, that follow me, I'm not even sure if they're friend or foe. Like Archangel, I don't even know if he's friend or foe. He's like a middle on the fence kind of guy with me. I don't even know with him. I'm being serious. I don't know if I have any allies at, you know what I mean? Like, at this time. For real. Like, but anyways, I just have to think twice about, I gotta be less reckless and be a good example, you know? Whatever that means. You know what I mean? I watched something just recently that said, it is not a sin to fight for the right cause. And that's what I thought I was doing. I thought I was fighting for the right cause. You know what I'm saying? I did. Maybe it didn't seem like the right cause for God, but I thought it was the right cause. And that's what, you know, that's what matters, you know. I thought so. So, anyways, that's all I'll say for this video. Be mindful of who's watching. That may not, because I always think it's just my enemies watching me. You know what I mean? And I just spin them in circles, you know. But what if there's someone that's really a real person out there, like not a robot Terminator machine trying to destroy me in a body? You know, that's what I call them. Like, you know, they have no souls, no mercy, my enemies. But what if there's someone different out there that has a soul? You know what I mean? That is watching my videos. What if someone has a soul? And that's what God reminded me. There could be people with souls out there watching, seeing what you're going to do, how you're going to respond to the tyranny, against you, or how you're going to bounce back, and I don't know. So God gave me some things to chew on, you know what I mean? It's not over for yours truly, I guess. I thought it was over for me. You know what I mean? When you're in maximum security jail, you think it's pretty much over for you, you know what I mean? It's weird. After that, it's weird. That's what I'll say. It's weird living in the outside world after that oppression. 100%. And that's what I'll say for this video.